Good afternoon. Good evening, everyone. My name is Saraj Karsh and I'm a lecturer in Suresh Ganvihar University. And today we will discuss about the topic advantages and disadvantages of the DPP, which is also part of the subject thermal energy and power plant. Here we will discuss about some content like applications of the diesel power plant, advantages and some disadvantages. First of all, we will discuss about the applications of the diesel power plant. Diesel power generators or electrical generator sets are used in countless industrial and commercial establishments. The generators can be used for small loads such as in homes as well as for larger loads like industrial plants, hospitals and some commercial buildings. मतलब कि इसका यूज़ जो है कि हम तीनों सेगमेंट के अंदर हम कर सकते हैं। इसका यूज़ जो है हम इसका यूज़ हम कमर्शियल बिल्डिंग सेगमेंट में कर सकते हैं, डोमेस्टिक बिल्डिंग सेगमेंट में कर सकते हैं और इंडस्ट्रियल बिल्डिंग सेगमेंट के अंदर भी डीजल पावर प्लांट का जो यूज़ जो है इसके अंदर हम कर सकते हैं। इसलिए हम कह सकते हैं कि स्मॉल से लेके हायर लोड तक ये कैरी करता है। Some advantages of the diesel power plant. The design and layout of the plant are quite simple. It occupies less space as the number and size of the auxiliaries is small. Next, it can be located at any place. Next, it can be started quickly and can pick up load in a short time. Last but not least, is there are no standby losses. It requires less quantity of water for cooling. Next, the overall is much less than that of a steam power station of same capacity. Next, the thermal efficiency of the plant is higher than that of a steam power station. Next, it requires less operating staff. Now we will discuss about some disadvantages like the plant has high running charges as the fuel used is costly. Next, the plant does not work satisfactory under overload conditions for a longer period. Next, the plant can only generate small power. Next, the cost of lubrications is generally high. And the next is the maintenance charges are generally high. Uh, Good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sarah. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Saransh Mersh and I'm a lecturer in Suresh Ganvihar University. And today we will discuss about this topics hydroelectric power plant, which is part of this subject thermal energy power plant. Here we discuss about some topics like introductions of hydroelectric power plant, factors of hydroelectric power plant, examples of the hydroelectric power plant, working principles of the hydroelectric power plant, types of the hydroelectric power plant, and the some multiple choice questions is of the hydroelectric power plant. First of all, we will discuss about this topics hydroelectric power plant. The most common types of hydroelectric power plant is an impoundment facility. An impoundment facility, typically a large hydropower system, uses a dam to store river water in a reservoir. Water released from the reservoir flows through a turbine, spinning it, which in turn activate a generator to produce electricity. कि जब भी अपन किसी भी अपन हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट के बारे में बात करते हैं तो हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट जो है वो एक हमारा इम्पाउंडमेंट फैसिलिटी है और ये ही इम्पाउंडमेंट फैसिलिटी का यूज अपन वहाँ पर करते हैं कि जहाँ पर अपने को हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट की जो सिस्टम की लार्ज एनवायरनमेंट होती है लाइक फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट दिस टर्म्स लाइक एज अ हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट जब भी अपन पावर पावर प्लांट मीन्स पावर जनरेशन मीन्स इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेशन मीन्स इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को जनरेट करना कि हम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को किस तरीके से जनरेट करेंगे उसके लिए हम डिफरेंट डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ मेथड इन दिस subject are discussed but here we discuss about this types hydroelectric power plant. And now we will discuss about this terms hydro. Which is related to the fluid, and fluid which is related to the water. कि लाइक अगर अपन बात करें मतलब कि जब कि अपन बात करें कि अपन पानी से बिजली पैदा करना, देन दिस द all terms which is a bunch of this term like as a hydroelectric power plant, कि मीन्स कि मतलब कि हाइड्रो की जहाँ पर आप फ्लूड से जब मतलब कि आप यहाँ पर फ्लूड लाइक ऐसा सोर्स इस्तेमाल कर रहे हो किसी भी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को जनरेटर कि किसी भी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को जनरेट करने के लिए, और फ्लूड के अंदर हम कंसिडर करेंगे वाटर। मीन्स कि वाटर जो है उस इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को जनरेट करने के लिए एक हमारा प्राइमरी सोर्स हो जाएगा, और ये एक हमारी इम्पाउंडमेंट फैसिलिटी होगी कि जिसको यूज जो है हम लार्ज एप्लीकेशन या लार्ज स्पेस में करते हैं। और इसके अंदर मतलब और जो रिवर वाटर मीन्स नदी का पानी जो होता है उसको हम एक बांध में, देन वाटर रिलीज फ्रॉम द रिजर्वायर फ्लोज थ्रू टरबाइन, और वो जो वाटर जो है रिजर्व और वो करना स्टार्ट कर देता है, रोटेट करना स्टार्ट कर देता है, जिसकी वजह से जो एक हमारा जनरेटर जो होता है वो हमारा एक्टिवेट होता है, और जो आउट और इलेक्ट्रिसिटी प्रोड्यूस मिलती है, और एक जो आउटपुट जो हमको चाहिए वो आउटपुट हमको मिलता है। दैट इज द बेसिक फंक्शन ऑफ दिस टर्म हाइड्रोइलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट। And hydroelectric plants, water flows through a pipe or penstock, then pushes against the turns blades in a turbine to spin a generator to produce electricity. Run of the river systems where to force of the rivers. Factors of the hydropower. Here we discuss about some factors. First of all, we will discuss about environment. Second is contamination, and third is pump advantages. Hydropower is fueled by the water, so it is a clean fuel source, meaning it won't pollute the air like power plants that burn fossil fuel, such as coal or natural gases. Hydroelectric power plant is a domestic source of energy, allowing each state to produce their own energy without being reliant on इंटरनेशनल फ्यूल सोर्सेस। मीन्स कि हम बात करें कि जो कि हमने भी बात बोली थी कि यहाँ पर जो हाइड्रो पावर के अंदर जो फ्यूल या जो फ्यूल जो आप इस्तेमाल कर रहे हो वो आप एज अ वाटर कंसिडर कर रहे हो, कि लाइक कि सर अगर आपने यहाँ पर हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट के बारे में बात कर रहे हो, मीन्स कि आप यहाँ पर फ्लूइड के बारे में बात कर रहे हो, फ्लूइड के अंदर आप वाटर को कंसिडर कर रहे हो, तो सर कि आप यही एक जो पर्टिकुलर टर्म है किसी भी एनिमेशन के लिए, और इसका यूज जो है आप अपने लार्ज पर्पस के लिए कर रहे हो, तो आप इसको यूज में क्यों लेंगे। तो सर इसका हमारा पहला कारण जो है वो है हमारा कि हमको बाय थ्रू दिस प्रोसेस एंड बाय थ्रू दिस टर्म बाय थ्रू दिस फैक्टर कि यहाँ पर हमको क्लीन फ्यूल सोर्स मिलता है। मीन्स कि फ्यूल सोर्स जो हमको मिलेगा ना वो हमको क्लीन मिलेगा। दूसरा कि ये एक हमारा चीपेस्ट मेथड है, सस्ता मेथड है। तीसरा कि ये हमारा पॉल्यूशन फ्री होता है। मीन्स कि यहाँ पर किसी भी तरह का कोई फॉसिल फ्यूल जो है वो यूज में लिया वो यूज में नहीं लिया जाता, कि यहाँ पर कोल यूज में लिया जाता है, यहाँ पर नेचुरल गैस यूज में ली जाती है जो कि हमारी पॉल्यूटेंट फ्री होती है, बहुत कम अमाउंट ऑफ फ्यूल या बहुत कम अमाउंट ऑफ पॉल्यूशन उसके अंदर प्रोड्यूस होता है। Then, दूसरा हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट इज अ डोमेस्टिक सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी। तो इसका यूज जो है आप इंडस्ट्रियल पर्पस और कमर्शियल पर्पस के साथ साथ में डोमेस्टिक पर्पस के लिए भी इसका यूज कर सकते हो। ये एक इसलिए इसको हम जो है डोमेस्टिक सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी भी कहते हैं, अलाउइंग ईच स्टेट टू प्रोड्यूस देयर ओन एनर्जी without being reliant on international fuel sources. Example of the hydropower as is the electricity produced by water channel turbine. Definitions: hydroelectric power plant is a system in dams and works by obstructing the river flow, which causes to increase and store water in the dams. This is a potential energy. The water from a height produces kinetic energy. This kinetic energy is then converted to mechanical energy by the turbines. Generator is responsible in converting this mechanical energy from the turbine into electrical energy. Hydroelectric power plant is a system in dams and wells. By obstructing the river, which causes to increase and store water in dams. This is potential energy. Now, water is made to fall from a height, which constitutes kinetic energy. This kinetic energy is then converted to mechanical energy by the turbines. Generator is responsible in converting this mechanical energy from the turbine into electrical energy. कि इस एक जो पर्टिकुलर टर्म हमारा जो है हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट, इसके अंदर डिफरेंट डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ एनर्जी के बारे में जो है हम लोग डिस्कशन करते हैं। उन्हीं में से दो पर्टिकुलर एनर्जी के बारे में जो हम बात करेंगे वो हमारी हुई, एक तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल काइनेटिक एनर्जी, और दूसरी हमारी होगी पोटेंशियल एनर्जी। कि व्हाट इज काइनेटिक एनर्जी एंड पोटेंशियल एनर्जी। काइनेटिक एनर्जी के बारे में जो है कि हम एक चीज़ जानते हैं, मतलब कि किसी भी एक ऑब्जेक्ट को जो है कि जब पुश किया जाता है, काइनेटिक एनर्जी जिसको हम हिंदी के अंदर हम गतिज ऊर्जा भी बोलते हैं, देन काइनेटिक एनर्जी इज अ फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी that an object or a particle has by reason of its motion. Kinetic energy is a property of a moving object or particle and depends not only its the motion but also on its mass. मीन्स किसी भी जब एक ऑब्जेक्ट के थ्रू, किसी भी जब एक पर्टिकुलर ऑब्जेक्ट के थ्रू मतलब किसी दूसरे ऑब्जेक्ट को मोशन करवाया जाता है, देन उस दौरान जो देन विच टाइप्स ऑफ एनर्जी आर प्रोड्यूस, देन इट इज कॉल्ड kinetic energy. And in the another definitions in physics, the kinetic energy of an object is the energy that is possessed due to its motion. It is defined as the work needed to accelerate a body of a given mass from rest to its stated velocity. Having gained this energy during the acceleration, the body maintains the kinetic energy unless its speed changes. And formula of this is equal to W is equal to m into g, and the SI units is equal to kg into meter square. And now we will discuss about some examples of the kinetic energy. Then kinetic energy is the energy of motion observable as the movement of an object, particle, or set of particles. Any object in motion is using kinetic energy. A person walking, a thrown baseball, a crumb falling from a table, and a charged particle in an electrical field all are examples of the kinetic energy, which is also called in Hindi Gatij Urja. And now we will discuss about पोटेंशियल एनर्जी। मीन्स कि अगर सिंपल लैंग्वेज के अंदर जो है, अगर हम काइनेटिक एनर्जी को डिफाइन करें कि काइनेटिक एनर्जी क्या होती है, तो काइनेटिक एनर्जी हमारी वो एनर्जी होती है कि जब किसी एक ऑब्जेक्ट को दूसरे ऑब्जेक्ट के फोर्स से, या जब किसी एक ऑब्जेक्ट को दूसरे फोर्स के द्वारा जब कोई धक्का दिया जाता है, पुश किया जाता है, तो उस दौरान उसके अंदर जो मूवमेंट जनरेट होता है, और उस मूवमेंट के जनरेट होने की वजह से और उसके मोशन होने की वजह से जो एनर्जी मतलब कि जिस तरह की एनर्जी हमारी प्रोड्यूस होती है, उसको जो है हम काइनेटिक एनर्जी बोलते हैं, मीन्स गतिज ऊर्जा बोलते हैं। सेकेंडली वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट द पोटेंशियल एनर्जी। Potential energy is stored energy that depends on the relative positions of the various parts of a system. A spring has a more potential energy when it is compressed or stretched. A steel ball has more potential energy raised above the ground than it is after falling to earth. Potential energy is energy that an object has because of its position relative to its other objects. It is called potential because it is a potential to be converted in the other form of energy, such as a kinetic energy. Potential energy is usually defined as equation by capital letter U or sometimes by PE. The main difference between potential and kinetic energy is that one is the energy of what can be, and one is the energy of what is. In other words, potential energy is stationary with stored energy to be released. Kinetic energy is energy in motion, actively using energy for the movement. And now, let us some example of this potential energy, which is also called in Hindi Stitij Urja. Like example of this, a raised weight, water that is behind a dam. A car that is parked at the top of a car that is parked parked at the top of a hill, a yo-yo, because it is a release, a river water at the top of the water wall, a book on a table before it falls, uh, a child at the top of a slide, and the ripe fruit before it falls. And now we will discuss about this a particular word, potential and potential energy. Potential basically tell us the ability of an object to do some work, and potential energy is the amount of energy it requires due to their potential difference. uh, which energy types are potential: gravitational potential energy, chemical energy, nuclear energy, elastic potential energy, which is also called spring energy, and the electrical potential energy, especially in a capacitor. And in other words, in physics, potential energy is the energy held by an object because of its position relative to other objects. Stress, stress within itself, it's a electrical charge or other factor, and this type and this types of and this types of energy are also called uh, potential energy. And both kinetic energy and potential energy are required and acted in these factors, which is called hydroelectric power plant. Working principles of hydroelectric power plant. Hydroelectric plants capture the energy of falling water to generate electricity. A turbine converts the kinetic energy of falling water into mechanical energy. Then a generator converts the mechanical energy from the turbine into electrical energy. कि मीन्स कि जब अपन इस हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट के वर्किंग प्रिंसिपल के बारे में बात करें कि मतलब कि किस प्रिंसिपल के ऊपर वर्क करता है, या ये किस सिद्धांत के या अगर हम इसको हम हिंदी के अंदर अगर हम बात करें तो ये हमारे किस सिद्धांत पर कार्य करता है कि लाइक फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कि हमारे पास में हमारे पास में जो हाइड्रोलिक एनर्जी होगी, वो हाइड्रोलिक एनर्जी मतलब कि जब किसी पैन स्टॉक के थ्रू टरबाइन में जाएगी तो उस दौरान लगने वाली एनर्जी हमारी काइनेटिक एनर्जी होगी, और जब वो हमारी टरबाइन जो है वो हमारी टरबाइन एनी फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी को मैकेनिकल एनर्जी में कन्वर्ट कर देगी, और वो मैकेनिकल एनर्जी जब हमारे जनरेटर में जाएगी तो टरबाइन से लेकर जनरेटर तक के बीच की जो डिस्टेंस जो होगी, और उस दौरान पर्टिकुलर जो which types of energy are required, which is also called potential energy, and in other words is Sthitij Urja, which is denoted by capital U and T. And then this is converted into uh, Telres. Then we gain output of this objects elect- like as a electricity. Then a generator converts the mechanical energy from the turbine into the electrical energy. Then this then that is the diagram. Here here we discuss about some words like as headwater, dam, turbine, electrical energy, generator, mechanical energy, potential energy, kinetic energy, electrical energy. कि सबसे पहले क्या होगा कि एक हमारा डैम होगा जिसके अंदर हमारा पानी भरा हुआ होगा। पानी को लाइक ऐसा कि जिसको हम हाइड्रोलिक एनर्जी कंसिडर कर रहे हैं, जिसको हम ऐसा फ्लूइड कंसिडर कर रहे हैं, वो हमारा कनेक्टेड होगा एक पैन स्टॉक के थ्रू, और उस पैन स्टॉक का जो हमारा दूसरा पॉइंट जो होगा वो हमारा कनेक्टेड होगा टर्बाइन से। जैसे ही हमारे डैम से पानी जो है मतलब कि डैम का पानी जब पैन स्टॉक के थ्रू उस रिजर्वायर का पानी जब हमारे पैन स्टॉक के थ्रू जब टरबाइन में जाएगा तो उस दौरान हमारी यहाँ पर हम देख सकते हैं कि हमारी काइनेटिक एनर्जी लग रही है, और वो हमारी काइनेटिक एनर्जी जो होगी वो काइनेटिक एनर्जी हमारी converted kinetic energy are converted into mechanical energy, and then mechanical energy are converted into potential, and potential energy are converted into electrical energy, and electrical energy which is converted into the uh, talgas. Then which is also called potential energy, where stored water in dam, kinetic energy water falling from height, क्योंकि पानी जो है, क्योंकि हम देखें कि जो पानी जो है मतलब कि जो डैम जो है वो हमारे हाइट पे होगा, ना कि हमारे नीचे होगा, ताकि हमको एक मोर अमाउंट ऑफ प्रेशर जो है वो यहाँ पर हमको मिल सके. So we consider the water from some height when falling from up to down, then we obtain a high amount of pressure for some applications. Then kinetic energy, water falling from in height, and then which is converted into mechanical energy, which is generated by the turbines, and then turbines are converted into generator, then mechanical energy are also converted to electrical energy, then we again output. Now we will discuss about some applications. Unlike other sources of energy, hydroelectric power plant helps in generating eco-friendly energy. Second, they help in creating recreational facilities. Third, it also helps in flood risk management. And the last but not least is the water from the dam is used for agriculture irrigation facility. कि यहाँ पर एक हमारी इको फ्रेंडली एनर्जी जो है वो एक हमारी जनरेट हो रही है और अदर फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी यहाँ पर हमारी जनरेट हो रही है एंड जिसके थ्रू हमको हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट को जनरेट करने में हेल्प मिल रही है एंड द सेकंड इज यहाँ पर एक हमारी रिक्रिएशनल फैसिलिटी जो है वो हमारी क्रिएट हो रही है इसका यूज जो है फ्लड रिस्क मैनेजमेंट में भी कर सकते हैं एंड इसके साथ साथ में इसका यूज जो है हम लोग एग्रीकल्चरल इरिगेशन फैसिलिटी के अंदर भी फॉर स्पेशल पर्पज फॉर इस डैम वहाँ पर भी हम वाटर के लिए इसका यूज जो है कर सकते हैं. And now we will discuss about some classifications of the hydroelectric power plant. The classifications of hydroelectric power plant is done with various criteria, other by the storage capacity and the water flow or through the technologies applied. Let us go through both the criteria. हाइड्रोइलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट इज क्लासिफाइड बेस्ड ऑन दी ओके हाइड्रोइलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट को कि अब तक हमने पढ़ा कि हाइड्रोइलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट है क्या इसका तो इसका कॉन्सेप्ट क्या है इसका फैक्टर्स क्या है इसके एप्लीकेशंस क्या है इसके एडवांटेजेस क्या हैं एंड इसके जो है सर हमारे डिसएडवांटेजेस क्या है इस एक पर्टिकुलर टर्म के बारे में हमने यहाँ पर डिस्कशन किया एंड नाउ वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट द क्लासिफिकेशंस ऑफ द हाइड्रोइलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट और इस हाइड्रोइलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट्स को जो है हम कुछ बेसिस पे हम डिवाइड करेंगे. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल पहला बेस जो हमारा होगा वो हमारा होगा अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ द वाटर फ्लो. सेकंड पॉइंट जो है वो हमारा होगा अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ द वाटर हेड एंड थर्ड हमारा जो होगा अकॉर्डिंग टू लोड टाइप. मतलब कि इन तीन के बेस पर जो है कि हम हमारे हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट को डिफाइन करते हैं. वाटर फ्लो के बेस पर जो है हम हमारे हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट को डिफाइन कर सकते हैं. वाटर हेड के बेस पर जो है हम हमारा हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट को डिफाइन कर सकते हैं एंड थर्ड है हमारा लोड टाइप के बेस पर भी जो है हम हमारे हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट को डिफाइन कर सकते हैं. Now we will discuss about the classifications of the hydroelectric power plant, which is based on the availability of the water flow. And 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 according to this question, we will classify it into three subtypes. First of all is run-off river power plant without pondage. Second is the run-off river power plant with pondage, and the third is a reservoir power plant. First of all, we will discuss about the run-off river power plant without bondage. In this in these types, the water availability plays a very important role. Here, the power plant works only when there is when there is enough water, since there is no storage or pondage facility available. The facility is placed where there is a connectivity directly to the river or pond. The development cost of this plant is cheaper compared to the full-time plant. The objective of such a plant is to utilize excessive water during the flood situations or the rainy season. कि जब अपन बात करते हैं कि सर कि आपने अपना फर्स्ट बेस के फर्स्ट पॉइंट के फर्स्ट सब टाइप्स के बारे में जब बात कर रहे हैं जिसका नाम है रन ऑफ रिवर पावर प्लांट विदाउट पॉन्डेज, तो इसके अंदर कि हम किस चीज़ के बारे में बात करें क्योंकि तो ये जो है फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कि इसके बारे में कोई ये मालूम होना चाहिए कि एक इम्पोर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है. ठीक है, तो सबसे पहले हमने बात करी कि किसी भी वाटर अवेलेबिलिटी के लिए बहुत एक इम्पोर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है कि जहाँ पर हमारा पावर प्लांट जो होगा वो मतलब कि उसके अंदर एक हमारी पॉन्डेज फैसिलिटी अवेलेबल नहीं होगी. यहाँ पर हमको किसी स्टोरेज के लिए या टेल रेस की रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं पड़ेगी और इस फैसिलिटी की जरूरत हमको वहाँ पर पड़ती है कि जहाँ पर हमारा कोई भी फ्लूट, कोई भी बांध, कोई भी डैम, कोई भी रिजर्वायर एंड कोई भी हमारा जो हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट जो होता है वो हमारे डायरेक्टली किसी रिवर, नदी या पॉइंट के थ्रू कनेक्टेड रहता है डायरेक्टली. और जब डेवलपमेंट कॉस्ट के बारे में जब बात करते हैं तो इसकी डेवलपमेंट कॉस्ट हमारी सस्ती होती है विद कम्पेयर टू फुल टाइम प्लांट. द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ सच अ प्लांट इज टू यूटिलाइज एक्सेसिव वाटर ड्यूरिंग द फ्लड सिचुएशंस और द रेनी सीजन. इसका यूज जो है हम हमारे फ्लड सिचुएशन या रेनी सीजन के लिए भी इसका यूज जो है हम कर सकते हैं. इट्स द डायग्राम्स ऑफ द रन ऑफ रिवर पावर प्लांट विदाउट पॉन्डेज and 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 in this diagram, we consider some factors like dam, powerhouse, river, sluice gate, canal, forebay, powerhouse, and the tailor. First of all, dam, which is used which is used for a primary source of an from the generate the electricity in the hydroelectric power plant. Then then which is connected then which is connected through the penstock, and penstock which is connected to the powerhouse, where all where all types of connections and directions and controlations are uh, um, are are controlled through these systems, and where we consider some types of factors like sluice gate, canal, and the four and the four way. Now we will discuss about the run-off river power plant with pondage. The pond is used as storage for the water along with increasing its capacity. This type of plant is used mostly during the fluctuating load period depending on the pondage size. This types of power plant save the conservation of the coal. मीन्स कि इसका यूज जो है मतलब कि जब हम लोग फर्स्ट पॉइंट के बारे में जब मैं बात करती है कि रन ऑफ पावर के रन ऑफ रिवर पावर प्लांट विदाउट पॉन्टेज, तो उसके अंदर हमने ये एक पर्टिकुलर वर्ड एक पर्टिकुलर टर्म हमने कंसिडर करा था कि उसके अंदर हम किसी भी तरह की कोई भी स्टोरेज नहीं करते। मीन्स कि मतलब कि उसके अंदर की कोई भी हम लोग टेलरेस नहीं लगा रहे, कि भी किसी भी सिस्टम का मतलब कि उसके अंदर यूज में आने वाले स्टोरेज सिस्टम को यूज हम नहीं कर रहे, क्योंकि उसकी एप्लीकेशन जो है वो बहुत शॉर्ट टर्म पीरियड के लिए करी जा रही थी विद कम्पेयर टू लॉन्ग टर्म पीरियड। but here uh, but here in this topic and in this types and in this point, we will consider the uh, some uh, some storage capacity which is used because it is applicable for a large applications with compared to power plant without pondage. And the pond is used as the storage for the water along with the increasing its capacity, means कि यहाँ पर जो है इसकी कैपेसिटी को जो है हम लोग इंक्रीज कर देंगे। And this types of power plant is used mostly during the fluctuating load period depending on the pondage side। और इस तरह की जो हमारा पावर प्लांट होता है जिसको हम बोलते हैं रन ऑफ रिवर पावर प्लांट विद पॉन्डेज, इसको यूज जो है हम लोग फ्लक्चुएटिंग लोड पीरियड के लिए करते हैं, जो कि हमारा पॉन्डेज साइज के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है। एंड दिस टाइप्स ऑफ पावर प्लांट सेव द कंजर्वेशन ऑफ कोल, और ये जो है हमारा कन्वर्स कंजर्वेशन ऑफ कोल की जो कैपेसिटी जो है उसके अंदर हमारे पावर प्लांट को जो सेव करके रखता है, सुरक्षित करके रखता है। एंड दिस इज द डायग्राम ऑफ दिस topic, where we will consider some content like as a tailrest channel, transmission line, powerhouse, penstock, foreday, uh, headrest channel, stream, spinal, river, and the destillating tank. Now we will discuss about the reservoir power plant. Reservoir power plants are across the globe in the maximum numbers. In this, the water is stored behind the dam, which is available throughout the year. This power plant is used during the peak consumptions of electricity as well as during the base period। कि रिजर्वायर पावर प्लांट का यूज़ जो है कि हम यहाँ पर मैक्सिमम ग्लोब नंबर्स के लिए जो है इसको यूज़ कर रहे हैं, कि जहाँ पर कि हर साल इसकी जो रिक्वायरमेंट जो है स्टोरेज कैपेसिटी के लिए वो हमारी पर डे सॉरी पर ईयर हमारी इंक्रीज होती जाती है। दिस पावर प्लांट इज यूज ड्यूरिंग द पीक कंजप्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी एज वेल एज ड्यूरिंग द बेस पीरियड, मतलब कि बेस पीरियड के ड्यूरेशन में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की जो पीक कंजप्शन जो होती है उसका यूज़ जो है पर्टिकुलर टर्म एंड पर्टिकुलर फैक्टर के लिए हम यहाँ पर इसका यूज़ इस पर्टिकुलर टर्म पावर प्लांट का यूज़ हम करते हैं। Diagram. Here we will discuss about the power transmission cables, transformer, powerhouse, generator, penstock, turbine, and the some downstream outlet are used in this concept. Now we will discuss about the second point and the second availability of water flow, which is also called classifications of the hydroelectric power plant based on the availability of the water head। इस बेस पर मतलब कि इसके बेस पर जो है हम हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट को जो है तीन पार्ट्स के अंदर डिवाइड करते हैं, जिसमें से फर्स्ट है हमारा लो हेड हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट, सेकंड मीडियम हेड हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट, एंड द थर्ड इज हाई हेड हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट। नाउ फर्स्टली वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट द low head hydroelectric power plant। The propeller turbines are used for the low head power plant. The dam is placed just ahead of the water resources such as the pond or the river. The water level is directed to the turbine through the penstock. मीन्स कि यहाँ पर जो मतलब कि जो पेनस्टॉक जो कि हमारे एक हेड के साथ में या सॉरी जो डैम के साथ में जो एक कनेक्टेड है, उसको जो है हम लोग कि उसके किसी भी डैम के नीचे वाले पार्ट के थ्रू हम उसको जोड़ेंगे, हम कनेक्टेड करेंगे. एंड दिस टाइप्स ऑफ हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट which is which is penstock are connected through the dam in a lower part. So then these types of hydroelectric power plant are called low head hydroelectric power plant, and these types of hydroelectric power plant are used for a reservoir, rivers, and some uh, particular applications. And this is the diagram of this concept. Here we will discuss about the reservoir, dam, penstock, power station, and the tellers. Tellers, uh, which is connected to the power station, and it is used for store the energy after after using this process, and then this energy are again passes through the reservoir oblique dam. Dam which is connected to the penstock, and penstock which is connected to the power station, and power station which is connected to the tellers. And then these types of hydroelectric power plant are called low head hydroelectric power plant, which is the part of this availability of the water. Now we will discuss about the medium head hydroelectric power plant. This power plant has a forebay created mainly to store water. There are the storage tank which taps the river water which goes to the turbine through the penstock. The forebay serves such as the surge tank. Here we will discuss about these topics: water from main reservoir, headrest or head pump, open channel, forebay, penstock, riverbed, power station, turbine, and the tailrace, which is the part of the medium head hydroelectric power plant. Here we use the turbine, which is converted to any form of energy into mechanical energy. So it is called also turbine, and which is connected through the power station, and power station which is connected to the headrest, and headrest which is connected uh, to the other tailrest, and tailrest which is connected to the penstock, and penstock which is connected to the forway, and forway which is connected to the river bed. Now we will discuss about the high head hydroelectric power plant. The dam constructed usually is for maximum uh, reserve water level. The tank puts the additional water which would be required during the peak load time with the supply to the turbine. कि इस डैम का यूज़ जो है मतलब कंस्ट्रक्टेड का यूज़ जो है कि जब मैक्सिमम रिजर्वायर वाटर लेवल के करते हैं सच टैंक इसका यूज़ करते हैं. इसके अंदर जो है हमारे पेनस्टॉक विच इज़ कनेक्टेड टू द dam oblique reservoir are are connected in the upper part of the dam, and so it is also called a hydroelectric power plant, like as a high head hydroelectric power plant which is connected to the penstock to the dam in the upper part of the reservoir. So it is also called high head hydroelectric power plant, which is the part of the availability of the water head. And this is the diagrams of the high head hydroelectric power plant. Here we discuss about some content like as a pressure channel, surge tank, maximum uh, reverse level, dam, valve house, penstock, power stations, and the river. Now we will consider the classifications of the hydroelectric power plant based on the load supply. Here we will consider about three types of points like as a base load supply, second is the peak load supply, and third is the pump storage. First of all, we will discuss about the base load supply. This types of power plant is a large capacity plant providing extensive supply. There is a base portions to the load curve of the power plant. This sort of power plant is suitable for the constant load. Peak load supply. As the name suggested, the power plant is suitable for the peak load curve. This needs a big capacity water storage facility. वो मतलब कि जहाँ पर भी जो है हमको स्टोरेज फैसिलिटी की स्टोरेज कैपेसिटी के लिए बिग कैपेसिटी चाहिए होगी, मतलब कि ज़्यादा अमाउंट ऑफ स्टोरेज हमको जहाँ पर चाहिए होगा किसी पावर प्लांट की सप्लाई के लिए, वहाँ पर जो पर्टिकुलर फैक्टर जो हम लोग यूज़ में लेंगे वो हमारा होगा पीक लोड सप्लाई. So it is also called peak load curve for the suitable of this situation. Now, now we will discuss about the pump storage. The demand for this electricity is never on a decline. However, the consumption changes during the day and the night with the use of the electricity. To match this demand, the pump storage method is utilized. Here, the water is kept in a reserve for the high demand periods, which comes from the turbine to back up a storage pool, which is situated above the power plant. This is done during the night when the consumption is low. The water is let back out when the demand is high, usually during the day. कि इसका यूज़ जो है हम मतलब कि जो किसी भी डिक्लाइनेशन के लिए करते हैं कि जहाँ पर हमको कंजप्शन चेंज चाहिए होता है, चाहे हम दिन के बारे में बात करें, चाहे नाइट के बारे में बात करें, फॉर द यूज़ ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी विच इज़ मैच थ्रू द डिमांड ऑफ द पंप स्टोरेज. एंड दिस टाइप्स ऑफ मेथड आर यूज इन दिस कॉन्सेप्ट where water is cap and keep in the reverse of the high demand periods and come through the turbine, which is converted to the any form of energy to mechanical energy, and the backup a storage pool which is situated above the power plant, and it is done to the night when the consumption is low, not too high. Means ki means application is low and the consumption uh, and the storage condition is the high. Then this types of conditions, water is let back out when the demand is high, usually during the day. Now advantages. Now we will discuss about some advantages of the hydroelectric power plant. Here we will discuss supply of electric power is is maintained consistently. Second, the water can be stored and used when the demand is high. The longevity of the dams is high, which helps in the generating electricity at the lower cost. While constructing the dam, a lake is formed from the reserve water. This can be converted into a tourist attraction or for water sports. The next is the hydroelectric power generation is renewable and the eco-friendly. It is non-renewable. It is renewable and the eco-friendly, so are used in the hydroelectric power plant and the hydroelectric power generation. Now we will discuss about some disadvantages. The disadvantages of the hydroelectric power plant are: first, the construction of dams are very expensive since it is on a large scale and has to be well protected. Any slight damage will create a hug destructions not just in the dam but also around its vicinity. The returns on the cost invested on the dams can only be got after a long time. Hence, the dam has to be operational for many years to be profitable. At the time of the building a power plant and the hydroelectric power dams, the inhabitants in and around the area are moved out of their houses and the business. This creates a disturbance. And now we will discuss about some multiple choice questions. Which of the following is the correct equations of the electrical power generated by the hydroelectric power plant? Option A 75 into 0.736 watt q hertz watt. Second, 7.50 divided by 0.736 into man watt hertz in watt. Option C 8.845 into the watt into my WQH watt, and the last is 9.81 into my watt uh, QH data. Then the correct answer is option C 0.845, because the rating of any power plant is expressed by its maximum output power. There are large quantities, so rating is given in megawatts. The electrical power generated by this plant is proportional to the specific weight of the water, which is denoted by the small w. Water head, which is denoted by the capital H. Generation efficiency, which is denoted by the neta. Flow rate of water, which is represented by the capital Q, and the acceleration due to gravity. One second. Which of the following is not a requirement for site selection of hydroelectric power plant? Option A, availability of water. Second, large catchment area. Second, rocky land. Option D is sedimentation. So the right answer is option D, sedimentation. Sedimentations may reduce the water storage capacity of reservoir and may also causes damage to the turbine blades. Availability of water, large catchment area, and the rocky land are primary requirements for the site selection of hydroelectric power plant. Question number third. The amount of electrical energy that can be generated by a hydroelectric power plant depends on option A, head of water, option B, quantity of water, option C, specific weight of water, or option D is efficiency of alternator. So the correct answer is option B, quantity of water. Potential energy of a large quantity of stored water is used by the hydroelectric power plant to generate electrical energy. Head of water is important to get kinetic energy from that potential energy. Efficiency of alternator represents that what percentage of input mechanical power it can be converted into electrical power. Hydroelectric power plant is option A, non-renewable source of energy, option B, conventional source of energy, option C, non-conventional source of energy, option D is continuous source of energy. So the correct answer is option B, conventional source of energy. Because hydroelectric power plants are conventional source of energy. About 16.6% of total electricity and about 70% of the total renewable energy of world is provided by the hydroelectric power plants. There are not renewable because water is inexhaustible. It is not continuous because source of energy because its output fluctuates with change in flow rate of the water with season. Question number 7. Hydroelectric power plant is mainly located in option F, flat areas, option B, deserts, option C, hilly areas, yeah, option D is deltas. So the correct answer is option C, here, hilly areas. In order to get sufficient head, hydroelectric power plant are constructed in hilly areas. In desert and flat areas, sufficient water head cannot be obtained. Delta are not suitable for this because of the high sedimentations. Great. Which statement about hydroelectric power plant is wrong? Option A, efficiency of hydroelectric power plant does not reduce with age. Option B, it is construction cost is very high and takes a long time for erection. Option C, it is a very neat and clean plant because no smoke or ash is produced. And option D is meeting rapidly changing load demands. It is not possible in the hydroelectric power plant. So the correct answer is option D. Meeting rapidly changes load demands it is not possible in the hydroelectric power plant because fluctuating load demands can be met just by the controlling the flow of the water using the valves and the gates. Due to its robust construction, its efficiency does not fall with the time. Statement B is correct because construction of dam, installations of the alternator, and turbines are very costly. Question number 9. Which of the following is not an advantages of the hydroelectric power plant? Option A, no fuel requirement. Option B, low running cost. Option C, continuous power source. Yeah, option D is non-standby losses. So the correct answer is option C, continuous power sources, because output of such plants is never constant. This is because of their dependency over flow rate of the water in river, which is seasonable. No fuel requirement, low running cost, and no standby losses are advantages of the hydroelectric power plant. Number 10. Which of the following statement is true about the hydroelectric power plant? Option A, hydroelectric power plant are multipurpose. Option B, due to non-uniform flow of water, frequency control in such plants is very difficult. Option C, hydroelectric power plant has high running cost. The option D is water is used as fuel in hydroelectric power plant. So the correct answer is option A, hydroelectric power plant are multipurpose because in addition to generation of electricity, they are also used for irrigation, flood control, etc. Frequency control in such plants is done easily just by controlling flow of water to the turbine through valves and gates. Due to low maintenance cost and the no fuel requirements, running cost of a plant is very low. Water is not a fuel. Uh, Next question. Which elements of hydroelectric power plants prevents the penstock from water hammer phenomenon. Option A, walls and gates. Option B, draft tubes. Option C, spillway. Option D, search time. So the correct answer is option D, search time, because sudden increase in water pressure in penstock due to the closing of gates is called water hammer. Such tank is a tank at a sufficient height, connected to the penstock through riser pipe. It takes the rejected water uh, and the relieves the penstock from the excessive water hammer pressure. Next, dam having very wide base as compared to its height is called option A, buttress dam, option B, arc dam, option C, earth dam, option D is solid gravity dam. So the correct answer is option C, earth dam, because buttress dams are concrete dams supported on the downstream side by the buttress. Arc dams are concrete dams and curved from the upstream side. Earth dam is a type of the embankment dam and have rock filled inside the structure. Thank you.